All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NoSkill podcast. For the first time today, my name is Mikey, and I will be introducing my esteemed co-host. Let's get right into everybody's favorite DJ. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Fraser, how about you, sir?
I'm doing all right.
Brandon?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing good.
I almost yelled at Adrian through the wall out of force of habit. Adrian, how are you?
I'm alright, and I really would have been pissed at you. Trying to set up a board game, god damn it, leave me in peace.
Muscle memory.
I can just see your mom just yelling at you guys. Go, hey, be quiet.
Okay, let's not talk about that. Anyways, moving on.
Speaking of muscle memory, where are you
I'm
going
gonna
with this,
fly
DJ?
I
across
was
the
just gonna
house.
say I've had dealings with that with one of my old roommates. Like we were so used to just yelling at each other through the wall because it beat him coming downstairs or me going upstairs, so it was just easier to yell. And then he moves his gaming setup downstairs directly behind me, and I'm still so used to screaming upstairs. I didn't know he was 3 inches behind the back of my fucking head. I was ordering food. And I was like, "Hey, shithead, what do you want?" Ow, dude, I'm right here.
Sure, Mikey and I still do that.
Yeah.
I felt so
Anyway.
bad. Duh. But I want to touch
What
upon
is happening?
something, boys. We've all, leveled up our age skill tree. We all feel a little nostalgic. We felt nostalgic on the last episode a little bit. I want to talk about some of the things that we used to do back in the day. The fact that we could say that really hurts my feelings.
Turning the TV
Yeah.
channel 3 to play video games.
Okay, that one hurt.
Alright,
Not because I'm
okay,
not because
alright.
nostalgic, but because we were poor.
That one hit somewhere personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one right there.
Because we were poor.
Yeah.
First time getting one of those TVs, trying to find the channel that the game actually shows.
So my
Oh
first
my
video
God.
game that it technically wasn't a video game, but the first game I was ever exposed to is like as soon as like my mom got a cell phone that had a screen on it and had that game called Snake, where there's
Yo.
no
Snake.
Yep.
no purpose to it. You can't win. Ultimately, you die. It's just a matter of how much can you eat before you die. And I was
Mhm.
glued to that. My mom's getting phone calls, and I'm like ignoring them just so I can keep playing. Next thing, she's just like, "Has my boss called me yet?" Oh no, I'm playing Snake.
15 missed
Oh,
calls
man.
later.
15
you
missed
just took
calls,
me
and
on
mom
a
almost
trip.
getting fired.
Yeah.
She finally
Potato,
breaks down.
potato.
She finally breaks down, and she gets me my very first Super Nintendo.
Let's go.
I had I had just the regular NES. Granted, I think that's the only time there was any like variant. Well, there was the SNES, and she holds up two games while we're at the store. She goes, "You want this one or this one? This one and this one were the first Super Mario and Duck Hunt."
It's a very clear answer here.
Dude, oh, okay. I remember playing Duck Hunt with like getting the actual like little gun controllers and whatnot.
I picked Duck Hunt, not even for the actual like gun itself, just because there was a dog.
Oh yeah, and the
Oh
dog
my
would laugh at
God,
you too if you
don't-
sucked at the game.
Dude,
And meanwhile, that dog's a piece of shit.
That dog was my very first bully. I swear to God, that dog was my very first bully.
Bro, yeah, fucking.
Broly.
You guys,
Broly.
have you seen
Shut
that VR like adaptation to that game?
Yes.
I want to
That is-
now.
Yes.
that is a fucked
Yeah.
game.
Oh,
Why has no
man.
one told me about this?
Mm.
Yeah, seriously, like I want to know what's going on with that. Like I want to play that.
Okay, so it's basically
Googling.
Duck Hunt. It's basically Duck Hunt. You play as this boy every once in a while. Like once you beat a level, you're back in your living room. Something may or may not happen. Something may be different, but it is like a real fucked story to where the dog is like towards the end actively trying to actually kill you. And he kills.
sounds
he
like a
kills-
Is this Duck Hunt by
version
Hideo
of it.
Kojima?
Yeah, that's
I was getting some Silent Hill vibes from that shit.
Like you play Duck Hunt, and it's in VR, and it looks awesome. But like towards the end, first friggin' red flag is like you just turn around towards your kitchen because you're a little kid sitting in your living room. You turn around and you just see the kitchen full of blood and your mother's corpse is on the floor.
My
Watch
God.
Oh,
God.
this is definitely
Like
done by them. Yeah.
What is this? Duck Hunt
It's
and the
pretty
Phantom
good.
Pain?
Oh, it's really good. It's like a
Dude, Phantom Pain
horror.
wishes it was that good.
It was like
Bro,
it's like a horror adaptation of it. It's freaking amazing.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
sounds
good.
like, and that sounds like it
Oh.
would fit perfectly in the SCP universe, since SCP has taken anything and everything that was, nice and happy and turned it into a murderer. Like I was
Yeah.
watching, what was it? It was, I think it was Offline TV. It was either Offline TV or Achievement Hunter, but they were playing SCP, and the thing that they were trying to kill was one of the My Little Ponies. And I'm like, how do you turn?
What?
I
I have yet to hear about this SCP. I'm gonna be real.
Yes.
Yeah.
was hoping it'd be something like 10,000 Years in the Fire or Herman Fuller Circus. No, DJ hits
Or
us with My Little
Imago,
Pony.
My
Mikey.
Little Pony.
Imago. Come on.
But it's true. It was My Little Pony, and I'm like, how are you gonna do this? Okay, like when did we enter the era of we're gonna take things that are supposed to be happy and cuddly and turn them into murderers? Hence Five Nights at
2007.
Freddy's. I was blaming Five Nights at
Yeah,
Freddy's.
once the
'cause
internet
that
was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true.
I don't know, man. Did you see what they did to the Mario live action adaptation? That shit was
Oh.
nightmare.
Oh my
We don't talk about that.
God.
Yeah, no.
Don't remind me.
That's how
Yeah,
you
that's
know
the end
we're
of that
old,
conversation
too, 'cause
right
that
there.
actually
Yep.
came out when we were born, Mikey.
Just let's put a
Almost
hard
said-
stop to that one.
Fair. I almost followed it up with something even more cursed, but I'll stop.
I feel
Well,
like
you
I know what
couldn't.
it is. I don't want to.
Like they're making another Super Mario movie because they already made one and it sucked.
I'm
No,
more
no.
excited for the Sonic being a VTuber thing.
Oh Jesus!
Dude, it's kind of legit. I'm going to be honest. I forgot to send it to Deej, but that's a real thing.
You're trying to get me up with
Sega's
these VTubers,
making
and now I'm
Power
scared.
movies lately.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
trying, Deej.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that
going to.
subscription thing they're doing.
Yeah, the fog
that's right,
gaming where you can
huh.
pay
Yeah.
it's like $5 to $10 a month to stream every Sega arcade release ever made.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
I'm just
I
saying,
would
I think
lose
we should
so
do it.
much sleep.
I think we should do it.
Hell yeah.
If it releases and it's state accessible, you bet your sweet ass I am. Just because I now have Sonic and Gundam on the same playable roster, this is happening. Or well, I have Comic Zone already, but I'd love to play it on an HD format.
Wait,
That
is
dude,
it a
that's what I'm
separate
saying.
console, or is it going to be like the EA Pass thing where I can play it on Xbox?
It's gonna be like a separate
it-
thing, I think, right?
Well, it's supposed to be like Steam and cloud gaming.
Oh, so it's a PC.
DJ, you remember Xbox 360 arcade? It's going to be like that.
Dude, don't remind me of the Xbox 360 arcade.
I know.
Oh my
That's why I
God.
said it.
That
That's why I
place
said it.
was a landfill of just random shit.
From
There was
goddamn
some gems in there.
There were some gems, but that
Very
place
few.
was
Very
a
few.
landfill. You had to really dig deep to find that.
like Brandon and I screaming our
Gem.
asses off playing White Noise, me getting pissed off playing Impossible Game, and me really questioning myself playing Mount Your Friends because you just have these buff dudes with
I
swinging dongs.
hate Mount Your Friends.
Okay, how about
Yeah.
Gotham City Imposters? Come on, that was
That
a
Yo,
shit
gem.
was-
that was
Okay.
a bop.
That
was
a
gem.
Masterpiece.
All right.
Triple A masterpiece. Take notes, Infinity Ward.
Dude, I was the one guy that was just rolling around on roller skates, yelling nonsense into a megaphone to heal my teammates. And then somebody else on our team, he only picked that one fat dude that was a one shot kill if he managed to dive bomb and hit somebody directly. I was
It's a
like,
good
dude,
weapon.
I mean, I could give me a set of wings. I could probably do that right now.
Good weapon, my body.
You are your strongest weapon.
Yeah. I mean,
I am the weapon.
unless you want to be gangster and 360 no scope somebody with a bow and arrow.
Can be done.
It can be done.
It had the hit tracking of a rock thrown in the wind.
It was just terrible because like every single
Little bit.
server was so laggy. Like every single
I
one
never
was
had
so
an
fucking
issue with
laggy.
it.
Oh,
It was fun.
I had a terrible time.
I had some.
You also
live in the
some
middle
the
of nowhere.
servers- Some of the servers were pretty laggy, but most of the time they were pretty good. If anything, it was hard to find full lobbies towards the end there.
That's why it was heartbreaking when I got an Xbox One and I was like, okay, so they're gonna make some of these indie games backwards compatible, right? Nah, fam, they're staying on 360. That's why still to this day I have not thrown out my 360 because I know one of these days I'm gonna plug it in, and I'm gonna sit there in that empty ass lobby waiting to find just the 3 or 4 people that are still playing it, and we'll 2v2.
The servers are dead, dude. They shut them down.
I'm throwing out
No.
Metro 16.
Oh.
Yeah, weren't those videos
Immediately.
like 2 or 3 weeks old?
I think so. I think there's literally one server running on Steam.
Steam.
What, for Gotham
There's
City
a
Imposters?
YouTuber we follow.
Yeah.
He was he put it on Twitter and he's like, "Yo guys, I'm gonna be running some games. Everybody join us!" And a couple hundred people showed up.
Did that happen? I thought it was just him and his friends just hopping into the one lobby that was available.
He put a shout out there. That's how they were able to fill a full lobby.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know about PC because I remember them saying that they were gonna shut it down. I'm pretty sure it was just for console.
Who knows?
If
No
they're
idea.
shut down, that hurts my
Believe
soul.
somewhere
'Cause
in
all I
there,
have
the
left
rogue
on there is
AI
the
running the
Impossible
game.
game. Yeah, all I have left on there now is the Impossible game, and for those that played with DJ on 360, DJ got pissed at that game, but I still
I
played it
enjoyed
because
the game.
It was
I'm still a rage gamer.
a wonder. to
Soundtrack.
behold.
A banger.
Dude, the soundtrack banged unless you went to practice mode like a
Mhm.
bitch.
Yeah, practice mode was for the weak. Tom.
You give me shit.
I had to get one in. You've done it twice.
Why are you booing me?
I'm right.
Oh man, transitions are weird.
Dude,
Anyways, moving on.
But that was like, I think that's where I really got into gaming. Well, I'm sorry. Technically, I got into gaming when I was in the military because even though I played games growing up, like I played, like your Diddy Kong Racing, played Bully, Sly Cooper, and all that
Mhm.
shit. But I didn't really like take gaming seriously or aggressively until I joined the military because, well, when you're 19 and you can't go out and drink on the weekends with your friends, I invested in an Xbox, and around this time Halo Reach came out, and I did not leave my room unless it was to go to work. I stayed there and I just played in public lobbies, and that's when, like, dude, MW2's toxic, but Halo Reach was a different kind of toxic.
Oh, dude, I was never good at that game, but one time I got into a lobby and I dropped this guy right out of spawn. I just turned on the audio and he just started screaming. Like, it was just him screaming belligerently for like 2 minutes because I messed up his kill death ratio or whatever.
Still happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are
It's still very
people
much
out
a
there.
thing.
People really cared about their KD on Halo? I thought that was just a COD
Dude,
thing.
Something-
every competitive shooter will have someone like that. There is no escaping it.
I
There's
am
still
a
people
gaming
today-
god.
There's still people today that care about that shit.
Because all I cared about was like making my character look cool as shit. So I put on the biggest shoulders. I put on the I forgot his fucking name. It's George, the guy with the skull face on his helmet.
No, that's Emil. It's
Emil.
Yep.
Sorry for the Halo nerds that I offended.
George, the one
I
that
would have
jokes on Master
I would
Chief.
have the Emil helmet, and I would just have like the chest plate where you had a shit ton of grenades. I'm like, dude, my character looks sick as shit right now. Time to go rock pubs. Gets killed immediately several times because I'm not the greatest Halo player. If anything, I'm absolute utter garbage. But it was so much fun, especially if you had a group of people to play with, going into SWAT, and it's just like, okay, either you are good at headshots or you're getting bodied every time. That and infection. Infection was
Yeah,
crack.
yeah, Infection was a good time.
And then there was the custom maps, like
SWAT was my personal favorite.
SWAT was mine, plus
yeah.
infection, and then the custom map Speed Halo, where you get into
Dude,
warthogs.
Speed Halo.
Speed
Oh,
Halo.
shoot.
That was what's up.
You're sitting there at the bottom of the ramp trying to hit these warthogs and random vehicles with a gravity hammer, and then you just see a warthog that caught a lot of momentum just tumbling, not touching the ground, sailing over your head. This is supposed to be a car. It needs to be on the ground. Why is it flying? Physics aren't a
He's
thing in this game
going
mode.
the distance. He's going for speed.
And then it was my turn. That was the first time I actually felt motion sickness because just seeing my screen just like flipping and flipping and flipping, I actually got nauseous to where I had to leave and, vomit my brains out, come back, and I'm still flipping.
That was the best, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was sheer crack.
Something just frightening came from outside of my window. You guys heard something hit. That was me jumping. Ugh.
Hi, you're fine.
Shit.
What slept in
Long.
the
Brandon's cat.
Brandon doesn't want me anymore. Can you adopt me?
No. It was the panic of a grown man putting a tamale in the microwave and forgetting that they have the little metal bread ties at the bottom of it to hold the husk together.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
so
God.
it just shot off.
The microwave started arcing, and then the door was ripped open, and the tamale was thrown across the kitchen.
Oh, Jesus.
Christ. You don't have a
Just
microwave. You
give
have
me
a
the
cannon.
fuck. Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here.
Just like, aim, fire.
For the brief detail, but detour there, but yeah.
Still remember my old roommate. He almost made our microwave explode because for some reason at the age of 25 he did not know the concept of don't put aluminum foil in the microwave.
Oh, that's so dumb, right?
Like to see them sparks fly.
Oh yeah, I heard them when I took off my headset and the room smelled horrendous. I go into the kitchen and I see just you remember those balls that those little orb balls that you can get at Spencer's where you touch it and the little electrical probe like goes to your finger and shit. It'll follow you around.
Yeah.
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 That
Love
was
those
happening in my
Actually,
microwave.
I have one on my desk.
Dude, that's just so
I'm
fucking
that
cool.
old. I have one of those in a
I used to-
plasma disc. I
used to have a lava
guy.
lamp, like
discs are where
actual
it's at.
in my room. Like it was hooked up to the actual like room light.
Lava lamps are dangerous as shit, though.
Yeah.
I have my lava lamp. It doesn't work, but I can't get rid of it because I'm attached to it. I've had it
Does it
forever.
not work? It's just a bulb.
I know, but I'm also just a lazy piece of shit.
It's an 80-watt bulb. Fuck! You're gonna stress me out knowing shit like this is just wrong and nobody's fixing it.
Because to me, I was just like, dude, this thing is broken forever. I can't, but I can't get rid of it. I've had it for years. I got it when I was.
Ruin it.
Yeah, now I know. Up until 30 seconds ago, I didn't know you could do that.
It's a base, the switch, a bulb, and a plug. That's it. Do you think there was a high-tech circuit board inside of your lava lamp?
Dude.
Easy fix.
You got to remember.
It's
when
an easy-bake oven for guys. That's what a lava lamp is.
Dude, you got to remember, when it comes to anything technological or electric, I am brain dead to it. Like, I don't know shit about shit. Something as simple as setting up this Discord when Brandon, the first time I got into a call with Brandon way back when, I was just like, okay, so how do I join the call? Oh, just click the actual room you want to go to. Okay, and then what? No, just click it. Yeah, but it took me to a separate screen. What do you mean it took you to a separate screen? I think I did something wrong.
DJ's on Pornhub. Wait, what? How did I end up on Chatterbait?
Step, bro. I just tried to join the call. What the fuck is this?
Whoa! I feel like I'm being typecasted. Yikes!
But I'm brain dead when it comes to technology. So even though it's something as simple as a lava lamp, yes, I'm gonna catch so much hell for this if anybody watches this. I didn't know you can replace the bulb in the lava lamp up until about when you said you could. So I thought this thing is broken forever, but I need to hold on to it because I love this thing. It was green.
It's good. I didn't like the red one so much. It was overused.
Yeah, no, I like the red. No, I honestly, I just had the red one. That was just what I had, but I would have liked to have had the different color.
Dude, I
Probably
killed
would've
this.
been
Remember the days?
Go ahead.
Does anyone remember the days of like going to the local shopping area, whether it was a mall, whether it was a small little like flea market there, where there's always that one really like it was the now we know it would be like the knockoff Hot Topic. It didn't have a real brand name. It was just some like independent owner that sold goth and like rock and emo shit way back in the
Dark,
day.
spooky store.
Yeah.
There was always that one, and there was always lava lamps and like plasma discs and all kinds of weird shit at the beginning.
Yeah, fucking.
Always like band memorabilia and shit and beer bongs for like no reason.
I went to a place like that. I was in Denver, and we went to this little flea marketplace. This is where I got one of my favorite little pocket knives. But like, holy shit, this place was full of just random ass stalls with some random ass knockoff shit. Some of it actually genuine, but most of it knockoff. But like, I think I counted maybe 2 of those kinds of places were just very gothic, and one that was very much on the hippie side.
That
Those
was my
days,
shit.
man.
That was my shit growing up. Like, to date myself when it comes to Hot Topic. I still remember when the lights were dim, they sold trip pants, and the band T-shirts on the wall were like Slayer, Slipknot, Cradle of Filth. And mom didn't want me in there because, well, she's super Christian, and she was just like, the devil's in that stove. You're not going in there. Now, Hot Topic, the lights are on. They are selling MGK T-shirts, skinny jeans, and Funko Pops.
You
Dude,
forgot
okay.
Supernatural. They have a lot of Supernatural stuff.
They're like
A
I'm a huge fan of Supernatural. That's the only place I can go to find that shit if I don't want to special order it offline.
I need to rewatch Supernatural just because I think when I first started watching it, I'd say roughly 5 years ago, I don't know what it was, but I didn't pay attention to it. Then when I lived with my last roommate, we watched a few episodes, especially the one where they did a crossover with Scooby Doo.
Oh, you watched that was like not the last. That was either the last season or the season before the last one. But yeah, they were basically saying, yeah, we're done. We're ending. We're doing whatever we want.
And I was like,
such a good one, though.
I have
it
a
was
whole
so good.
newfound appreciation for it, to where I'm like, I need to go back and actually watch this and appreciate it.
DJ, if you have Netflix, I believe the entire series is on Netflix, unless they have removed it.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if they removed it, because Netflix at this
I
point.
Don't believe they have.
No, I doubt it. It's such a big show.
Because look at what they do with like the Marvel movies. They'll take off the Marvel movies on a whim.
That was because of Disney, I bet. Like, you realize Marvel's part of Disney, right? And Disney has Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
Supernatural was kind of like just like a straight up TV show, not like on any streaming service. So they probably have all the 15 seasons on Netflix.
Because I had it queued because I wanted to watch Into the Spideyverse, and because everybody told me Into the Spideyverse is fucking lit.
It is. It's really good.
I had it queued, waited a week, went back to watch it. It was fucking gone, and that's around the time when Disney Plus was making its come up. I'm like, you bastards! I was so hyped to watch this because honestly, I haven't seen since they recruited Tom Holland. I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies. So what is it, Homecoming and Far From Home? I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those either.
I like them. They definitely like each version of each person that's played Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. They've all done a very good job of doing a certain type of Spider-Man.
Since I can't really speak on Tom Holland since I haven't seen it yet, but apparently he's like the perfect cast for it because people love Tom Holland. The memes that I see of him are everywhere.
He definitely comes across as like this young kind of like high school angsty kid, which is really good because like when the first Spider-Man came out, there's no way I ever believed that Tobey Maguire was in high school, like graduating high school.
That was a hard sell.
Yeah.
Everyone in his class was over 30.
Yeah. You guys want to see something worse? Watch Grease. Like, look at the people in the background. Like, those people are like in their 40s and 50s, other than like the main cast, and they were like trying to convince you they were high schoolers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I think it's just because, especially with a movie like Grease, they couldn't trust kids to keep in line. But before we go on to that, I just want to say with Spider-Man, the original one with Tobey Maguire. I think that one, because I really didn't care about the Andrew Garfield one. Yeah, you recruited an underwear model. Sick. But with Tobey Maguire, he fit, even though, yeah, it was a little creepy because he did not look like he was a high schooler, but he fit that introverted nerd so perfectly. I discovered who Willem Dafoe is, and he still, to this day, is one of my favorite people on this planet. And B, I absolutely fell in love with Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. With the William Dafoe, have you ever seen the movie Boondock Saints?
Of course.
Oh God, I knew it.
God, William Dafoe is a gift in like any movie he's in, and that one just nails it right there.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I saw the Boondock Saints panel, and it had such a long tangent about seeing Willem Dafoe cross-dressed on the floor with a gun. It was the best thing I've ever seen at a Comic-Con. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was probably the best panel I've ever been to.
Because Willem Dafoe, kind of like Jim Carrey, he's out of his fucking mind. He's just I'm gonna do what I want. You're gonna love it, and we do every time. I can't complain about anything that he's said or done because it's just. Go ahead.
I really liked what William Dafoe did. Back to the Spider-Man, how he played the Green Goblin. Like he really brought like that almost like dual split personality type thing.
And that
He's
suit
just a
was
great
cool, too.
actor, is what it is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Like that suit was cool. The way he delivered his lines when he was outside of the Green Goblin suit and in the Green Goblin suit, where he would change up his tone just slightly.
His whole
And
demeanor would change too.
Somewhat of a superhuman himself, you know.
he's I forgot the
Mm.
I
That needs to
forgot
be
the
a
other guy.
meme.
What's his name? Is it Christopher? Who played the original Dark Knight? Was it something Bateman?
Wait.
Oh wait.
Wait, are you talking movies?
Wait,
Yeah.
Batman?
Yeah. Do you mean Batman movies? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we're talking
movie.
the original. I think wasn't that Michael? No, not Michael Keaton.
He was in American Psycho.
Oh, Christian
Oh,
Bale.
Christian
Okay.
Bale.
Christian-
That's it.
You're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Not the
you're talking about
original
Dark Knight
Batman.
trilogy.
Yeah, that's not
That's
the original
Dark Knight
Batman.
trilogy.
Yeah.
No, that's why I said the original. I tried to say the original
Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight from the first Dark Knight movie.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Christian
Well,
Bale.
he was the same one in all of them.
Like Christian
Yeah.
Bale and
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe, they have such the way that they like practice getting into character. Like, you're not going to call me by my name, you're going to call me by this character, and I have to act like them. Like, I have to take on their persona. I have to be them in order to portray them on the screen, and they do it so well. Because I've seen some shit movies where you're supposed to be this one person, and I don't believe you.
Fair.
So like I
Yeah.
said,
Fair. But some actors who you just see him and you're like, no, you're that guy who was stealing candy from kids in that one movie, 2008. You're never going to be anything else.
he's one of
Oh,
the
that was a little
better-
bit personal for you, Mikey.
I don't want to talk about it.
That was very specific.
Yeah, but Christian Bale was one of the better portrayals of Batman, at least to me, compared to like, say, I don't know, George Clooney. I
Yeah, no,
did not care.
Yeah.
For-
Yeah, we
we
don't talk
definitely
about
get to,
that
we
one.
definitely got to see the more
I
like
did.
detective side.
I will never apologize for it. I love him.
Great Bruce Wayne, bad Batman.
Yeah.
And
The
like,
dumbest decision I've ever heard since Spielberg put nibs on Batman's armor.
All right, moving on. Anyway,
Did you rename the movie just Bat Nips?
but it's kind of amazing to see like how
Dark
far
nips.
these. It's amazing to see how far these superhero movies have come. Like from just watching the simple like a movie like a scene set up with a couple of props, and then you have Batman or Bruce Wayne talking to Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Now to like these 3D like green screen and mocap scenes where I'm like, did they actually made you that big? Oh, you're not real. Okay, never mind. Shit.
And then you see the behind the scenes footage of how they do that. Like a perfect example for that is when Hulk and Thor fight on the helicarrier in the first Avengers.
Okay,
yeah.
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
My mind always goes to Hulkbuster when you want to talk about like over
Oh,
the top
yeah, that's a
masterful
good one.
action. I think that scene absolutely sold me on it.
And
Yeah.
for what's his fucking name? Is it Adrian Brody? Who played Thanos?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. There it
Adrian
is.
Brody.
Brody.
I don't know. I don't know.
How
actors and actresses.
dare you?
That sounded like a Deadpool joke.
Yeah, I didn't know if you're doing a
No,
bit or
Deadpool
not.
would be
I was
offended
so
by that.
confused.
No, that was
You
No,
were
running out of
offended
DJ's
Deadpool.
nose right now.
no, that was 100%, dude. That was 100% because I was just on Google and I typed in Adrian Brody, and then as it came up, you guys said Josh Brolin. I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely ain't who I was talking about. He doesn't look nothing like him.
Oh god. Anyways, back to
Josh
Thanos.
Like Josh Brolin, he did it very fucking well. He played the character the way I envisioned Thanos should be played. Like, I'm passive, but I'm also aggressive at the same time. Like, yeah, I want to kill half the world, but it's because it needs to happen.
Are we doing this? Because I'm always up for a good villain tangent. I'll get really
Oh, yeah.
passionate
Oh,
really
yeah,
fast.
let's
I'm
do
always
this.
down for a
Alright.
villain tangent.
All right, let's hit this.
All right, having a drink. Cheers.
Yeah, hold up, he's got to hydrate himself real quick.
Hydrate my passion.
He's gotta stretch,
That should be a Mountain Dew.
working.
Hydrate your passion, and the can explodes.
And they're in the woods with Bigfoot just in the background.
That's some Stone Cold shit. Just like
Anyways,
together.
I will say this: the Marvel series has done an astounding job at making such believable and like compelling villains. And sometimes you can definitely say like, "Oh, well, this character's kind of gimmicky." if it does it well and it conveys like a good story, it doesn't matter if it's gimmicky or not. You're there for the adventure, not for fucking analysis for ridiculous over the top writing. Thanos carries himself with a dominating presence, and when that they finally bring him out, his time has come. This is a character that is just going to town on all of these. He absolutely dominates every scene he's in. There isn't a single moment where you're like, oh man, the hero's got this for sure, except for when they want you to, when they're fighting on, when it's Tony and the small group fighting, and this motherfucker is throwing small moons and meteors at him like a D&D final boss battle.
Yeah.
Like,
This
Yeah,
bitch is
honestly.
credit he can't miss. And in comparison, because again, I prefer. I don't know if this is considered a hot take or not, but even though I love both sides equally, kinda, I definitely prefer Marvel, like the Marvel movies over the DC movies.
Definitely.
Like the
hands
whole
down.
like the whole Superman versus Spider-Man movie. I was so hyped to see that, and
I
then
love how he just mixed two, just Marvel and DC right there.
Seriously? Superman
Oh,
and
my bad,
Yeah.
my bad.
man, that'd be a short movie.
Audience, just
Act 1,
real
Spider-Man fucking
quick.
dies.
Audience, I'm brain dead.
Act 2, Superman feels kind of bad about it.
Okay, so let me try that again. Take 2 and action. The Superman versus Batman movie.
There you go.
I was
feel like
so
that-
hyped for it, but I was like,
Why?
as soon as they said like Ben Affleck was gonna be Batman, I lost a little bit of care. But I was like, you know what? These are like the two titans of the DC universe, and they're gonna go head to head. And then I heard Bruce Wayne talk when he was in the suit, and they gave him a voice changer to drop him 80 octaves lower. I can't understand a word that's coming out of his mouth while he's in the suit.
And they kept
Somehow
giving him
got
quippy
more
one-liners, and
inaudible
it's like,
than
that's not
Christian
Batman.
Bale.
Like Batman isn't the one-liner type of dude. He's supposed to be. Well, would he technically be a vigilante, even though the cops work with him?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, he's still technically by the
it's the
definition of the
hero
law, even in
Gotham
there.
deserves. Not the what it needs. It's worse.
But I had so much hype behind it. I did enjoy like the character that they picked for Lex Luthor.
I
Oh, yeah,
absolutely
this guy's
love
killed
Gildy.
that.
I think
Yeah,
he
that
did a
was good.
fantastic job. I don't care what anybody says.
And
Yeah,
he
that was
wasn't
fantastic.
He wasn't the Lex Luthor. He was the son of Lex Luthor, and so you could see like being his son did what being his Lex Luthor's son did to him, and he did that masterfully.
Yeah, that was
from
good.
The shaving of his head, of him going crazy, the release of what the fuck is that thing's name? Judgment Day,
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
What? Doomsday. And you're both wrong. Darkseid. Doomsday is the one that's unkillable. That's all gray and rocky.
Yeah, no, that's well, in the movie, it was not Darkseid that released it. It was
Yeah.
Lex Luthor Jr.
Finwolf.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, Mikey, you're talking about Justice League.
Yeah, no, yeah, Justice League was different. Batman vs Superman at the end where Superman dies. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert,
Right,
if you
I
haven't
forg-
seen about
I-
it, not about it.
Can
I was gonna say,
I make an
Yeah.
addendum to what I just said? I just
No.
blurred
Yeah,
out
sure, I
that
don't care.
character because it was the worst CG I've ever seen.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Like, you
It
have a
looked like a
Bigfoot and
not
Ninja
great.
Turtle was
that.
juicing backstage. That's what it looked like to me. And they just turned the grayscale up a little
If
bit.
Megan
It kinda
Fox walked
did.
on the screen, I wouldn't have been surprised.
God, I'm sorry, guys. I genuinely forgot that existed. I had pushed that out of my mind.
No, that's fair enough. You don't want to remember that. You just black it out.
I think Doomsday is always a fun concept. When DC brings him out, you know shit's about to get real. Like the death of Superman, or having to
He's the
resort
Thanos
to.
of their universe.
I
Kind of.
don't know if
He's
I
kind of
agree
like
with that
the
one.
Omega. He's like the Omega Juggernaut for anyone who knows that stupid reference.
Yeah,
Okay, I
agree.
don't know that
Um,
one, so
Be happy.
That one's a real deep comic cut. But anyways, it really like pushes the characters to do this insane thing. Superman dying in a totally avoidable attack that was very anticlimactic. I wanted to forget that movie. It killed me.
no, fair enough.
Pieces of my life to it.
Like that's why. Adrian.
It was not me.
That was not
It
it.
was me. You can tell we're brothers.
Why did you assume the one? You know what? Just keep talking. I don't even want to hear your answer.
I
Like,
just
how dare you,
heard
that
somebody.
one.
I heard somebody growl, and I saw your green circle. I was just like, oh, okay, hold on one second.
I'll be honest. I was picking up a pair of dice, but don't worry about me. Keep going.
Them old man groans. Got it. No, but that's why even though I love DC, I think their movie execution hasn't been good. Even with the Justice League movie, it wasn't the worst movie, but it also didn't like wow me. The first thing, you have a Flash show and you don't bring that actor into the movie. You hire some other fucker. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Well, to be fair,
who are you referring to
shortly
though, on
after
that
he
one?
went to rehab.
Oh,
What?
I said,
okay.
to be
Sorry.
fair, afterwards he did go to rehab, so you know.
Yeah, I was confused.
Remember there was that article that said he died?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
I
remember
do remember
that.
that one.
That happened?
Instead of going to rehab, the news, whoever reported it, said he had passed away because they took his leave of absence from the show as he died.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Hmm.
I swear I
Alrighty.
did.
I
Imagine,
think someone probably
you know, somebody got fired.
I hope
what was
so.
it, the Batman. What was the term they used for Ben Affleck's Batman?
Awful.
Awful.
It was like a nickname they gave him, like Batflick or something like that. But
Really?
yeah,
No idea.
it's okay.
Yeah, the only
Never
term I
mind.
heard,
I can't think of
I
it.
heard for Ben Affleck's Batman was shit. That's basically what it was.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like your saving grace was you had for the Justice League movie, anyways. You had Jason Momoa or Momoa, however you want to pronounce his last name. He was a fantastic Aquaman.
That was good.
He did. I think he
That
did
was good.
really. He did
Yeah,
really
I
well
think he did.
as
That movie
Aquaman.
was solid.
Oh, even like, you know what's funny is that the Aquaman movie and the Wonder Woman movie did better than the Batman versus Superman movie.
They were good
Like,
movies.
Yeah, right. Like, they were
Fucking
done
love the Wonder
right.
Woman movie.
Yeah,
I
they
still
were
have
done
not seen the
right.
Wonder Woman movie.
Okay, so those
Give
were
it a
done
shot.
I haven't
right
seen
compared to
any
the
of
two
them.
Titans they had for, like, you know, like Batman and Superman. Those should be done right because those are the Titans. Those are the pillars of the DC universe. And
Yeah,
you
that was good.
mess those up, but then you get the and then they do it right with Aquaman and Wonder Woman. It's like, you guys need to let these people direct these movies, please.
That lady who did Wonder Woman actually got signed up for a big Disney
Oh,
contract.
yeah.
in Rogue
Gal
Squadron.
Gadot.
Oh, the
Oh,
director.
No, the director.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Okay, never mind.
got signed up for that, and so you know that's going to be really good. It's not going to be this.
I am
I don't
so
like
hyped for
sand.
that. I will hit you. Don't bring that up. Don't you start with me. You're in walking distance.
And then my other
jogging distance.
like my other gripe with DC movies is, and maybe it's just because I know the lore already of most not all the characters that they're wanting to put on screen, but you have a 2-hour movie and you take the first hour to basically talk about how each and every character got to where they are, like how they came to prominence, and I'm like, okay, I already know this.
And even if you don't have the deep lore like you have, we have how many movies of these two main characters in their origins?
Like, how
like
many
12 of
times do
them.
we have to talk about Batman's dead parents?
It's like they're trying to rub it in at this point. It's getting insulting.
Honestly, it's getting a little bad.
Yeah,
So,
like, you know, just to beat a dead horse or dead parents.
Aren't your parents dead too? Don't bring it up.
Oh my.
Oh, my worst part too. My worst part. When we bring that up, my worst thing about the Batman vs Superman movie was, please protect Martha. Martha, that was my mother's name. Oh, now we're friends.
Did we just become best friends?
I
Yes.
was just about to say that shit. Fucking
You want to go do some karate?
This
Just
is
become
exactly
best
what it
friends?
is.
Yup.
Yep.
Do you want to do karate in the garage? Yup.
You want to do karate at the Fortress of Solitude? I got a cave.
We got so much more room for activities. Okay, anyway, before we start quoting Step Brothers all night. So that's why half the time when it came to watching these DC movies, I'm like, dude, the movie starts at 3. I'll show up at 4:30. They'll still be talking about how Batman got there. I don't need to see this. Like, I know you're trying to.
What
I know
if you did?
Your parents
fight you.
died. I can't boo-hoo you anymore because I don't care.
Not everyone born these days knows who Batman is. DJ.
Before you rudely interrupted me, I was about to make another statement.
Okay, well, since you're talking, let me just cut you off. We need an Owlman movie. That's all I want to say.
Oh,
All right, go on.
With
DJ.
James
Or-
Woods
or-
as Owlman.
With James
With
Woods as
James
Owlman.
Woods.
Let's go.
Hell
Imagine an
yeah.
old Owlman on life support training a new League of Assassins, and at the end of the movie, the capsule opens and James Woods is all sitting there like Mr. House. I would love that.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that'd be the best.
I want a Thundercats movie.
Blows himself up. It
You want a
doesn't
what,
really matter.
Deej?
Thundercats.
I want a Thundercats movie.
They're making a Netflix show.
Oh yeah, I did hear about
Oh, they're
that.
adding that-
Yeah.
Okay,
We
guys, I was gonna
talked
say
about it.
they tried to revamp the cartoon a while back, and they only
Okay,
got
we
like
don't-
one
didn't-
season.
Yeah,
Did
we don't.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't as good as like the
Mm.
originals, but yeah.
There were so many cosplayers of it when it came out. It was kind of nuts going to a con and seeing so much like nostalgia shit. I was just like, "What year is it?"
That wasn't
Like,
What year is it? Where am I?
Yeah,
I got so
Nothing.
confused. Imagine waking up still drunk from the night before at 9 in the morning and seeing Thundercats cosplayers outside your window. I was like, "What?"
you're just hearing this down the hall, just
Honestly.
Thundercats.
Like, what is this haunted time machine shit that just happened to me?
Did we just time travel? Oh, my friend's yelling, "Calm down! It's too early."
All
I'm
right,
pretty sure we
all
just
right.
time travel, guys.
Great
You
White
guys, you got in the
Buffalo.
hot tub
My
time machine.
shoes.
Great White Buffalo. The one that got away. But like nothing's gonna be better than those old school cartoons. Again, dating myself from like Thundercats, Jabberjaw McGraw, Hong Kong Fooey, Mucha Lucha.
Wow.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
Lucha,
we're
Lucha.
going
Wow.
deep.
Making
All
deep
right.
cuts tonight, boys.
That was crazy.
Damn.
Can we just talk about? Everyone says Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover ever. Scooby Doo and the Harlem Globetrotters did that shit all the time.
Yes.
Nobody mentions it ever.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the shit growing up. Saturday morning bowl of whatever preferred cereal that you had at the house, and then you just put on Boomerang, and then you or WB.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
WB
WB
Oh
was
dude,
the
you were really
shit.
going deep with WB.
No, you guys want to remember some jank shit? 4Kids TV, where we didn't even get actual dubs. It was whatever shitty animation studio would pick up the contract for $80.
That's how we learned how to read.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah,
didn't it?
true.
Dude, that is how I got introduced to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z. Sorry, that
I
is
was
how I
gonna
got
say, they
introduced.
did not show regular Dragon Ball on TV.
No.
No. They had to change a
Absolutely
couple of
not.
scenes.
Oh, they had to change a
What,
lot
you?
of things. I just finished that series.
I got into Dragon Ball because at my local library we had to at my school we had to do book reports, and I hated reading, but I figured
Like
know what,
most
I also
schools
don't want to get my ass kicked by my mom. So perusing whatever book looked kind of interesting, I found and discovered manga. And the
Mhm.
thing that stuck out to me was you read it backwards. I didn't know that. I read the first book of Dragon Ball from cover to cover the way you normally would read, so I read it in reverse.
I'm
And then
sorry, I thought this was America.
then one of my friends tells me, "Oh no, since it's a manga, you read it backwards. You read from the right to the left." I found my new thing, and this is what my book report's going to be about. And my book report was about Dragon Ball. I got a B plus.
I'm
You
actually
wrote a book
shocked.
report on like
Yeah.
a 600 volume series. Let's go.
No, I only read 2 books, and so it was just like here's a
Oh,
little.
I'm aware.
segment.
That is awesome.
Like here's a little segment of it.
The
My mom
stunned
was just
silence.
like, "Where the fuck did you find this?" The library. My mom looks at it, and then she just goes, "As long as you're reading, I don't care."
Completely
So-
unaware that you're reading it backwards.
She was unaware that you weren't really reading.
I still understood what the words were, kinda.
Well,
He was like, "Man, why are they putting him back down? That's like the wrong way to put somebody in a headlock. This is odd."
honestly.
Like, wait, he's in the headlock, and then he lets him go, and then he threatens him after he lets him go.
And then they greet each other?
What in the?
What
You know
the
what? Whatever. I'll let it happen.
DJ's just reading it like, "Man, Japan is weird." Yeah, they were.
Japan's weird. They read left to right. I'm sorry, right to left, and then Australia's weird. They're upside down.
This guy, I swear.
Brandon, cut that one, please.
I don't know, man. It's kind of tempting to just leave it in.
It's tempting to leave.
You're
it.
lucky my
Alright.
drink is empty. I knocked it over because of the shock.
Oh, but because the topic of anime was brought up. What was everybody's first anime?
Edabot.
You can't ask me that question. Oh my.
I mean, I'm just gonna say the generic answer, especially since it's so popular nowadays.
Pokemon.
Naruto.
Oh, dude, Naruto is the shit.
Back when
Yeah,
Naruto's
that
the
was
one.
good.
back when it was playing on, I think it was like Adult Swim. Like I forget what it came on, but like yeah,
It's Adult
Naruto.
Swim.
If I was
back before it was the popular anime that it is now.
It
I
is
was
the
gonna say,
shit
like,
you would get beat up
I've
in school for like.
oh
Seriously.
yeah, running Naruto running.
Anyways, what do
Say
you
that.
think,
My
Fraser?
my school's track team was Naruto running. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, no, I think mine was definitely like the first one I really got introduced to was Dragon Ball, but at the time I didn't know what anime was. I thought it was just a Saturday morning cartoon. That's how I got introduced to it. But I think the first one I really saw was Bleach, and I fell in love with the show.
I remember watching that on TV. I missed the first 34 episodes. Watched it from there.
Like,
Hold on.
cousin Danielle tried to get into Bleach at the episode where it was the first fight of Ichigo versus Ukiota, and she was just so lost.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
that's not a-
she missed
that's
like
a terrible place
99%
to
of the
start.
show.
Terrible.
She's like, wait, who are these guys? How can he fly? Why is he so white?
It's so
Makes sense.
You know the worst part is I can believe she said that. I 100% could believe that.
In context,
We're
super valid question.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yes.
See, that's
Of
one hard part.
context.
That's one hard part with some of these animes that have been around for so long and are still currently running. It's like, do you start at the very beginning and hopefully you can catch up at some point? That'll take you a year plus. Or do you just kind of like throw yourself in somewhere and then just watch from there and hopefully context picks up as you go?
I would say it depends
It's
on the
just
anime.
really gonna depend.
I just convinced somebody to start Bleach from episode 1. They're doing that tomorrow.
You're the devil.
Because I started
You're an
with
awful
I
person.
could have said One Piece.
Oh, I know. Seriously, it's still fucking going.
To be fair,
Oh my
you can skip a lot of One Piece. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you-
dude. Go on.
You can.
You can
Because
skip a lot of One
Skip
Piece.
all
and
of
you-
Sky Island.
Oh,
What is
seriously,
wrong with
please.
you, dude? Let him talk.
I
Alright.
was just going to say, because I started with
Oh wait, one moment.
Oh my god.
I think you
Die.
should piss him off at this time.
Die in a
Pissing
fire.
me off.
It's like the generic answer. I started with Pokemon, and then I don't know what drew me to it, but I discovered Fruits Basket, and then for some
Right.
reason I threw myself into DBZ. I didn't know DBZ had been like already been a thing for a hot minute at that point. I didn't. And this is before like Funimation or Anime Planet, where they were still just like releasing weekly episodic episodes. That makes sense. Weekly episodes. So it's like I had to wait until they start over. Might as well throw myself in right here. Who's this dude with 6 dots on his head? And why is he holding a golden pizza and he calls it a Destructo disc? But then that got me into action animes because now there's name a genre for a fucking anime. It's there. There's a show
Pong.
for it.
It is there.
Yeah.
But that's what got me into action anime, and then I never looked back. I was still balancing Pokemon. At this point, I gave up on Fruits Basket, and then Digimon came out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Digimon
Yes.
was an addiction, man. I remember losing a lot of sleep and waking up super early in the morning or staying up super late at night just to catch limited airings of Digimon. I finished that show start to finish on fucking public TV.
I
It was
don't care
good.
what
Which
anybody says,
which
so good.
season?
It was good.
1 to 3.
The best ones.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I personally I kind of like the Digimon Frontier. Was it the Frontier? I think it
It
was.
was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it was like where they kind of like merged with the Digimon themselves.
Yeah, that is
I-
really good.
I
It got a little
personally enjoyed
dicey
it.
in my house.
It did get a little bit weird, but I did like genuinely enjoy it overall.
It's because on the transformation, all their clothes explode off, which is a weird choice to put on Saturday morning cartoons.
That's very
Yeah.
true. That is
That was
very
a-
true.
That was that one in Sailor Moon had a few yikes looks from some of the adults.
To be fair, the translation of Sailor Moon had some yikes moments.
Oh yes.
Oh, don't worry, that's just her cousin. It's not weird that they're kissing.
I still
At all.
get pissed off at Sailor Moon with like all of a
You're
sudden
in.
Tuxedo Mask comes in, does fuck all, and then he takes credit for whatever the sailors did.
Yeah, that's Tuxedo Task Warrior.
I'm like, bro, how are you just gonna be like, I am here? We're already done. I have done the work. Throw a rose
I have
at people's
helped
feet. Throw the
You're
rose. Fucks off.
welcome. I forgive you.
you. Honestly.
I did get hooked onto that, and it was not for the reason that you're thinking. I actually did.
Okay.
I did like the story. My mom kind of restricted me watching Sailor Moon because she was like, "They're showing thighs. You can't watch this right now."
You
They
wasn't
were
wrong.
in thigh-high boots and short skirts. That's a hard sell in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a dad in the background. What's the name of that show again? I just want to know if they got any posters.
The fuck was that?
Fuck.
Yeah, I was hooked on to Sailor Moon because I genuinely thought this is around the time I'm starting to have like cognitive thought and I can actually pay attention to shit, kinda for like at least a couple of minutes. And I'm like, this is actually kind of cool. I enjoy watching this. And then my mom, she walks in, she goes, "They putting sex in the cartoons now. Get out here. We're turning off your TV."
The worst part is, I can imagine your mom sounding like that.
That's what she sounded like, 100%.
Oh, Miss TJ. I'm so sorry.
That's what she was just like. You need to watch regular TV. I don't know if you guys are familiar with stand-up comedians, especially old school stand-up comedians like
Yep.
Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Bernie
Yep.
Mac,
Yep.
and Cedric the Entertainer.
Bernie
So-
Mac.
Ba-
Let's
yeah,
go.
Bernie Mac.
Yes.
Rest in peace, King.
Love me, Bernie Mac. Go on.
Sick and tired of these motherfucking kids. No, but so to replace the cartoons that are poisoning my brain because they're showing anime girl thigh, she takes me into the living room and she puts on the original Kings of Comedy, which is nothing but four dudes again: Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac, and Cedric the Entertainer, saying the F word every 4 seconds. So.
Mhm.
Totally educational.
What do you think did more damage to me? Anime thighs or the word fuck appearing every other syllable?
Anime
I don't
thighs.
know, man. Bernie Mac will
Yeah,
teach you some life lesson, man. That guy told
Yeah,
you how
exactly.
it was. He really
Bernie Mac
did.
tell you how it is.
Why are you laughing at me? I'm right. That man prepared you for
it
life more
reminds
than
me-
some.
Just reminds me of
Yes.
scene of the Bernie Mac show when Vanessa takes his phone and he starts like banging on her bedroom door. It's like, "I'm gonna beat you to the white meat show." I look back
I need to rewatch that show. That show is so good.
I look back
It
at my
was a
mom and I'm like,
masterpiece.
"He can say that?" My mom goes, "I'm gonna do the same to you. Pay attention."
You could have said a lot of things on TV back then. They were wild. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like I understand
Okay,
now
miss
people
it.
are starting to pay attention to what they heard when they were growing up and they're trying to protect their kids, but come on. Like
Parents have gotten worse.
Yeah.
yeah,
Aggressively saying
Yeah.
crazier shit.
dude, you want your kid to like watch safe cartoons that are, kind of educational? Have them watch Dragon Tales and leave it at that.
that is true. You can't go wrong with Dragon Tales.
Dragon
In between
Tales
the
is
lines.
never a bad idea.
I'm gonna stand by it.
Hold on. What?
Show In Between the Lines. You guys know
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that was a masterpiece. That was one of those few shows that's like, all right, you know what? I might read out of morbid curiosity, and it was good. It did what it was supposed to do.
Dude, even back then, they were still selling sex to kids. What was that? What was that one show? Like in the couch or some shit like that, with that one chick that had the big red nose, and then she would do clock time, where she just starts doing these leg exercises and putting her legs in different positions to fit the time of a clock.
Oh,
Never heard of
I
Oh yeah,
don't-
yeah.
was-
Now I remember
Oh,
what you're
wait.
talking about.
Was it Comfy Couch or some shit like that?
Comfy couch or big couch, something like that. And she was wearing like these blue suspenders, and she'd had like a red,
Oh,
big
she
red
dressed
nose.
up like a. Yeah,
She was
up
dressed
a
like
fucking clown.
Raggedy Ann. If that was doing it for you, I guess.
I didn't know what the hell was happening. I'm like, is she teaching me how to tell time or do aerobics? What is
We're paying
this?
attention.
I think the first time I paid attention to a girl was like Summer Sanders on Slime Time Live.
The word Slime Time Live almost made me nauseous.
You don't remember Slime Time Live?
Oh, I do. That's
I
why
got
I'm.
dizzy.
Yeah. Wow.
It's with Danny
Uh,
Timberelli.
Uh huh.
Throwback.
Yep.
Adrian.
Yes.
You were young.
Are you gonna say what I think you're gonna say?
I did one of their
Probably.
live shows at
Mhm.
Great America. Oh man, dude, I was so glad we won because they didn't hold back. When they doused you with slime, it was like, oh haha, you're wet. It was holy breath, idiots, and they poured for like 45 seconds, and there was just these
Honestly.
kids and parents coming out of there traumatized, just Ah,
I didn't get
it's
slimed. I got
some shit at
waterboarded.
me.
Yep. Good luck
Pretty
getting back to your
much.
hotel, fucking nerds.
You would see them like 2 hours later, and they were still just like T-posing around because it was in their armpits, it was in their pants. They just couldn't move without squishing around everywhere. It was the
I remember
funniest
that
shit.
so vividly. It's terrifying.
Dude, that was always my dream. Is I wanted to see what it felt like to get slimed, and then when I would hear stories about how long it took to clean shit out of your orifices, I'm like, never
Maybe
mind.
not.
It's like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't need that.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
I'm good.
the
I'm good,
Nickelodeon
thanks.
crew didn't give a shit about comfort. They filled all that buckets and everything up with a garden hose. That shit was ice cold when it hit
Yeah,
you.
they did not fuck around.
They wanted that
Oh, yeah.
jolt reaction when you felt the impact. It was just all your nerves clenching up from the ice water hitting you at 112 degrees.
The
Yeah,
ice
it was
bucket challenge
crazy.
didn't happen 4 years ago. It happened back in the '90s, bruh.
Yeah, dude. That shit was real. It was funny as hell, man. Man,
Honestly.
remember when you could go to a theme park and just walk around with Nickelodeon characters and see like really over the top effects everywhere, and you just do that. You didn't need a fast
Yeah.
pass or to like
You didn't need to pay like out the
times and
ass for
shit.
it.
Bro, speaking of like nostalgia and Nickelodeon, y'all remember the show All That?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Did not like that one.
I never
I
got
did because
into
it was
it.
like it was for me. It was kid friendly Saturday Night Live because my mom refused to let me watch Saturday Night Live.
I
My mom
refuse to watch
me
Saturday Night Live.
I was allowed to, and then they stopped me when Charles Barkley killed Barney on camera. That was probably
Yeah.
my dad loves that
Uh,
story.
It's
He's a
good.
big basketball
It's
fan.
good.
But that shit actually happened. It
It's
fucked
good.
me up. I was like 3. I was like 4, maybe.
Then there was what was it like Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends
Ooh.
of the Hidden Temple.
That one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was good. God.
They're making a revamp that's for adults now.
It's gonna
Mhm.
suck.
Dude,
Like, you can-
most
Major.
revamps do suck.
I think that'd be good for like one season because now you're gonna get the guys that are like our age or my age since I'm the oldest. Like oh dude, I remember this shit. I filled out a form. They haven't emailed me back yet.
That's our buddy
I
Julian.
hope
He
they
was
do.
looking for a partner because he wanted to do duos.
Oh Jesus, yes.
I don't want to do it with Julian because I know if there's something where I'm like, oh man, I don't think I can do it. He would throw me through the object because he's like, we came to win. We don't back down from
Mhm.
shit.
Mhm.
Like we're going, whether you're
We're
here or
going
not.
for distance.
Today,
Dude, what?
peaceful life shows up in a Nickelodeon jumpsuit. He's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Dude, like Legends of the Hidden Temple, that was just like kid-friendly MXC, and MXC was
Yeah.
just fucking hilarious.
MXC was the shit, bro. We found that on accident one night, and my life was changed.
Same. I found it on MTV one night on accident. There's horrible dubs going on, and I remember some guy named Guy Ladouche, and then Japanese people just like jumping off of this cliff and landing on a rock, and they have to transition over just to get tackled by some mascot.
Oh, I saw the Indiana Jones one where they had to go up a hill that was a tunnel, and they were throwing the big inflatable boulders down and
Yeah.
nailing people right in the face. I
That one
saw a
was
lady
bad.
fall 45 feet down a slick surface. You would never get away with that shit these days. And she didn't cry. She didn't sue anybody. She got up, dusted herself off, and she did it again.
Like
she
with-
wanted to win.
Like I understand with Wipeout, it's like we're gonna do this over water, so that way when they get knocked off, they have a soft landing of ice cold, dirty water. Makes sense, right? Gotta.
Been sitting there for who knows how long.
Exactly. But even then, some of those challenges, I'm like, oh, that had to fucking hurt. One dude just gets like leg swept and he lands straight on his skull. Well, luckily he's wearing a helmet. He's still not moving. He's out. Cut to commercial.
That man
He's
is
dead.
dead.
Want to watch a real lobster, of course. You got to hit a rapper Ninja Warrior. That's the most real shit out there.
All right, enough of that. Mike, you're gonna have to help me out here. What was the one show where the whole premise was you were literally like set
Unbeatable
loose in New
Bansuke.
York? No.
Oh,
no.
Chase.
Case. Y'all motherfuckers
Dude,
watch
did anybody ever
Case?
see the show?
No, I've
you might
actually
have to
never
describe
heard of it. Yeah.
You might have to describe it because I might have seen it.
Adrian, please take it away from here.
Okay, so literally the whole premise is it's like a whole take on like a spy insurgency kind of thing, where like they would take random white people, and they would be like, "Yo, we're gonna put this GPS tracker on you, this GoPro, and like this objective tracker. You have to run to Times Square Park, and there are gonna be like agents posted throughout New York. They're gonna try to physically tackle you to the ground and take your shit away from you, and so you'd lose the game.
Oh, I
So
do
you would
remember this. I do
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yes.
It was
So you
marketed as the
literally have
world's
to
true
navigate.
video game.
Dude, it was terrible, but it was amazing because you would literally have to navigate the city, looking for obscure objectives, like you were looking for geotags.
Then you'd
And
have to solve a
Oh
puzzle,
yes.
and Agent
Helped you.
Smith would just beeline it, trying to take you down like a lineman.
Dude, I remember one clip so vividly where this dude walks into a park and he sees the one of the bodyguards just standing there menacingly right in front of where he has to go, and he walks up and he's like, "All right, man, you got me," and then he straight up fucking crosses him onto the ground and just runs Mach 1 and just dips out of there.
Oh, Adrian, what
That
about
show
the
was
lady who had the
fucking wild.
power-ups that would make them ignore you, and she waited till the fucking guy was full sprint like 2 inches from her face, and then she hits it, and he has to like wobble out of the way and hit the ground to stop from spearing her. She's like, she just grabs the objective and walks away from him because he was stunned for 2 minutes.
Like they just hired these guys out of a fucking Slipknot mosh pit. Like, you hit really hard. You want a job?
Who are
I
big
guarantee
people,
you, it
dude.
was whoever at the local college had a scholarship but took a knee injury and needed a paycheck.
Thought you were gonna say had a guard card.
Or guard card.
Yo, Spooky, you. What size suit you wear?
That show was wild. That and A State of Panic. I still watch clips of A
State of
State of
Panic
to
is
this
the
day.
best show of all time.
And does that ring anything for any of y'all?
No.
A State of
Unfortunately.
Panic.
What?
No.
So,
Give me some
So,
details. 'cause I know
Fraser.
I've heard the
Yeah,
name.
so Fraser,
Yeah.
imagine this.
Yeah, give
There's
me some
a-
details.
There's like a mock mansion. It's like
Mhm.
the CGI is fucking terrible. It looks like a fucking Are You Afraid of the Dark kind of cinematic.
Missed that show.
If anyone watched Are You Afraid of the Dark,
Missed that show with
Um,
everything in me.
so good, so good. Anyways, now imagine a budget version of Death from Supernatural, like
Okay.
real budget. That's what
Wait.
this guy looked like.
Oh, I remember the show. Yep.
And he would
Okay.
basically
Let him
just
know.
send you to rooms and have you do absurd tasks. Like we're gonna put you in a meat freezer with strobe lights that go off whenever the fuck I feel like it. Shut up, you don't know nothing. And you're gonna have to stick your hand into animal carcasses to look for money. If you
Yep.
find it, you do. If you it's lima beans because you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, that show didn't
That
last
show.
a long time.
No, it didn't. I think it did a season, maybe 2. I don't know for sure.
It went from November to December. So, I just looked it up. So they might have gotten a season out with like 8 episodes, possibly.
I wish that show
They
never
did.
stopped because really shows who was trying to get money. Because one lady literally like went full fucking horse doctor and shoved her entire arm like shoulder deep into a pig's ass to look for a wad of cash.
Well, like the only
She
comparison
got
to
it.
that,
Like the trooper she was.
the only comparison that I can make to that had a long running life that's kind of
Who
similar
Wants
is
to Be By
Fear
Joe
Factor.
Rogan.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden, Joe Rogan's just like, hey, so we're gonna put you in this tub. We're gonna submerge you in maggots and worms, and now put your hands out, undo this knot. You have a limited time to do it. Or are you afraid of worms and them crawling around? Do the knot. They had them eat fucking. One of the first episodes I saw, because the second challenge is always some sort of food challenge. They had them eat fucking pig dick. Like
Ew.
that's attractive. That's fucking great.
That does not sound good.
DJ.
Then like, oh, now we're gonna stick your head into this container, just your head, and we're gonna fill it with venomous tarantulas. And if you get bitten, you're fucked. We don't know what to tell
Those
you.
are the days of TV.
Quick thing here. There was a distinct difference between these two shows. That's that Fear Factor was open and they told you, hey, if you don't complete this challenge and we think you're going to die, we're pulling the plug. The divers are going in to save you, or the animal handler's coming in to save you, or the producer's going to come out with the keys and unlock you and let you out. A State of Panic
A State of
very
Panic
much
didn't
set
give
up
a
the show.
fuck.
They didn't care. And you know, it's
If
Hollywood.
you
They
die,
have their things.
you die.
You know,
Dude,
they have their
some of
safety
the
protocols.
scenes looked like it. Yeah, they definitely cut off some of the traps, but some of them looked dangerous. Like this room is filling with sand, and this dude's banging on the door, legitimately terrified. And it just cuts away to this
They turn off the
old, creepy,
lights.
decrepit looking fucking dude just drinking a cup of tea while there's literal banging and screaming in the background.
Okay, now that you said it, that actually rings a bell.
Dude,
Oh,
that show
like-
was amazing. I wish it
Adrian.
did. I wish it did better. What's up?
Sorry, I didn't. I got really excited. I didn't mean to bug you there.
Yeah.
Final episode where they didn't use the
Well,
mansion for
the
the most
mansion
part.
collapses.
Yeah, but before they got to that, remember they had to go through the garden, and the whole thing was a maze of
Fuck.
electric fences. Those people caught so many volts. Like 3 of them were crying, and they didn't want to move. They were in
Yeah, that show was a
continuous
lawsuit.
danger.
That show was a lawsuit.
And if you
Those
got, if
people
you
were probably
passed
signed
that
away
one,
their children in that contract.
if you got past that, it got worse because you now had to go in the piping under the garden, which were these big, like 2-foot tubes they'd crawl through, and they had hydraulics in the ceiling that started pouring in dirt and making the roof shake like it was collapsing, and they would block the lights off on purpose so people thought they just died in a cave-in. And then they would fill it with crabs and tarantulas and shit, like full live-ass crabs that didn't have rubber bands on their claws.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That show
dude,
got-
that show slapped. It was straight up just torture at that point.
That might be why they got shut down. They probably got hit with
Probably
a
why
lawsuit
they
of like
got
you're actually endangering people.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably? No,
Nah.
it definitely did.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's a herd, maybe.
Do it.
But yeah, like
100% should.
and with
Highly
the-
recommend.
like with Fear Factor, even as a kid, I wanted to go on Fear Factor just to see like just 11-year-old me. I really want to test my metal, knowing that half the shit that they were doing, I was just never mind. No. Did you say we had to take the zip line across from one building to another building, and there's a good 300-foot drop below us? Never
No
mind.
net.
Never mind. I'm good over here. I don't trust your harness. I don't trust you. But just to hear whoever won, like good for you, whoever won. But it was so nice to just hear Joe Rogan when he still had hair and wasn't an asshole. Evidently, fear is not a factor for you.
The gift.
Like Fear Factor was great to watch. Like that was one of my
Challenger
favorite
should
shows.
have been
Fantastic.
stand in the ring with Joe Rogan for 3 minutes. It really should have.
Yeah,
That was a
if
wasted
you really
opportunity. I would have tapped out. I'd be like, I'm done, Chief. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like you won,
Honestly,
you got it.
that's it.
If that sidekick comes at me, I am dying. I
Pull
don't
that, you
have
pull that
extra
Spider-Man
keys.
move where you just like climb up on the side of the ring or something like that. Just, no, I'm good right here.
Dare you. I dare
It's
you.
going to something fucking annoying. I still can't think of the first anime I've watched.
It's
God
just been
damn it.
so
The
many.
earliest,
This has
the,
been-
the earliest thing I can think of isn't even an anime. It's an animated film, and Mike knows what I'm talking about. It's Kaku Rembo.
Oh,
That
that one, the...
Hide and seek.
Oh my god, I thought you were talking about another
Yeah.
one. Agent actually was on the same channel, wasn't it? Pat Labor?
Did I watch Half Labor before the age of 5?
You were my younger brother, so probably.
Probably. I
I
don't
like
a
know
who
lot
he
of
was,
times.
your younger brother.
what year. No, yeah, I had to have been younger than 5.
I'm still.
Because
an
I remember
idiot.
watching. I remember watching Pat Labor very young.
It was either
was
Pat
one of
Labor
those
or
two.
Princess Mononoke because I got it.
I
as
remember
a gift
none of
from
Princess
somebody.
Mononoke.
Somebody bought me anime and they started a lifelong crippling addiction. I don't know who it was.
I feel like that would have
Somebody
definitely
gave
been
me
one of your
Princess.
cousins.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that-
Because at that time we only had 2 cousins who were into shit like this, and we were not close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Against
someone
them. They
started
just-
it. They were the catalyst to a fucking.
They-
You know what? I bet it was Ben.
fucking
I bet it was Ben, Mikey.
Still, no, there
That
was a
was
small
way
issue
too
with that.
young.
Yeah, I met Ben when I was closer to like 12.
Yeah, I remember Ben, so it couldn't have been that young.
Somebody bought us. It's crazy. I still have that VHS to this day. It still has the original case. It's in really good shape, and despite the fact that it's
Yes,
been
it
played
is.
a million times.
Yeah, don't worry
Get
about
some
that.
money off of that.
Actually, that
fuck
brings
that.
a question
Fucking
to
that
my mind. If you guys don't mind answering something,
What
Yeah.
was that?
what was the first anime you watched that made you think, "Man, this might not be for everybody. This is a little niche."
What an anime that I don't think other people shouldn't other people wouldn't want to watch.
Not even to the extreme, just to where if you showed it to a normal mainstream person, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Like a
I'm gonna need
main
your help
person
again,
that
Mikey.
can get away
Was
with
it?
Huh?
I'm gonna need your help here. Was it Blood Plus or Blood C?
Me and you watched Blood Plus.
It was Blood Plus. Okay.
Are we talking like just a regular normie that doesn't watch anime, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you were young and
Just
you
something
became
you're trying to
self-aware,
introduce
and
them
you're like,
into
"Man,
it."
there are people who don't like anime? That's weird."
And then you watch that one, and you're like, "Oh, that makes sense."
for me
Yeah,
for me at that point
exactly.
that was the original Higurashi When They Cry, just needless
Okay.
Yeah.
death and torture.
Christ.
Someone went to
Jesus.
middle school.
Escalated,
Damn,
bro.
that's crazy.
Like I'm like, mine was like
For the viewers, Google it. I fucking dare you.
No,
Do
no,
Don't
The
do
original-
it.
It.
the original.
It's not even bad.
The remake.
It's not even bad.
The
You know
dude
it's bad
gets
when
strapped
Asians
to a
say
chair and
that.
has his fingernails ripped off.
And
But like that's the one time where I was just like, I don't know why people don't watch anime. Oh, okay. Maybe they should.
Yeah, that. And I was
to be fair,
expecting
if
something
I
a
show
little
that
more
to someone, I would expect
tame.
them to not watch it because it's terrible.
Like the remake that they made that they're making right now. They're already 24 episodes in. It's not nearly as bad. Still fucked, but not nearly as bad. It's not nearly as gruesome. Like one of the scenes where the main character is locked in a cell. There's supposed to be an entire torture sequence. They took that out. So I'm like,
All
okay, you
right,
guys are doing better.
Jesus. Is anything less offensive on the scale?
Yeah, I was just airdropped buffalo cauliflower wings, and man, they're synthetic as shit.
What?
Wait, what?
Where did
I
we
was
get
just-
wings from?
It's
I don't know, but they were given to me. They are not fantastic. Also, they were sopping wet. It looks like Hurricane Katrina.
All right.
Okay, I guess that's where we're going.
No, but real talk. So, what animated have you seen that where you're just like, okay, I wouldn't show this to a normie if I was trying to get them into anime?
Yeah, Blood Plus. That was the first one where I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah,
Which is
Blood
hilarious
Plus and
because I went
Hellsing.
into love shit like that.
Hellsing was fair. Hellsing is a
Yeah.
good one.
And yeah, Hellsing was. I saw a bit of Bloodlust, and then I remember sitting down with you, Mikey, our friend Thomas, and because he had the Ultimate Edition on like Blu-ray or DVD or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, that's right. He did, huh? I forgot about that.
Yeah, I watched it. I'm sitting there going like, yeah, I can see why you definitely don't give this person as like their first reference to watch anime. You don't have to watch this for their first anime. They will never
Yeah,
watch anime
right,
again.
Which, like I said, which is ironic because I later grew up to love that kind of shit.
Oh,
Like that's
dude,
almost
I think it's-
exclusively what I watch.
Yeah, I think it's great. I genuinely think it's great.
That first exposure was like, man. Although the first anime I watched, and this was a little later in my life, where I was like, I would never recommend this to anyone. Shut up. Anyways, the first anime I watched where I was like, I would never recommend this to anyone who was trying to get into anime is Casher and Sins.
Okay,
God,
yeah, that
I
makes
would
sense.
never
That makes
recommend
sense.
that
Yeah.
to anyone.
Show.
Never.
See,
Like
then there's
DJ Brandon, you're very quiet. Have either of you heard about this?
yes.
No.
No? Okay, so Brandon, let me break it down for you. A man droid thing remembers his past for an entire show while walking through a desert.
Really?
Yep.
There's another good one, Desert Punk.
Desert Punk's
I would show
okay.
that to anybody
Okay.
because it's just Deadpool with a shotgun. And
Yeah, that's not showing it to someone for a reason. Casher and Sins was just dry.
Yeah.
Like I get it, storytelling show, but man, I don't about that one.
I'm having a really hard time because I'm gonna be real. I haven't watched too many like weird shows. If anything, I kind of just
You stick with mainstream.
I stuck with either
Yeah, but like, what's
mainstream or
the
things
first
that
one
I
you
know.
watched where even you were like, "That's weird"?
The first one I know, I was like, okay, this is not like a show I would show someone that's trying to get into anime. It would probably be that it's that one where it's like that wrestler gets summoned to like a different world. Remember that one?
Kenichimono.
Immediately like that.
Mhm.
That one.
Get out of here, nerd.
feel
See,
responsible
now that's a
for
good
this
answer,
somehow.
Brandon. That's a good answer.
I mean,
And even then-
now, when I watched it, it's like I was already desensitized to the weird shit of anime, so it's like it didn't bother me. If anything, I just thought it was hilarious. But like, yeah, that one.
See, even then, I would recommend to people just because it's funny. Because like when it comes to anime, when like my friends that don't watch anime but they're like curious about it, they'll come to me, and these are a bunch of beta simps, and they're just like, so what would be a good first anime to watch? Well, it depends. What do you like? There's different types of anime. Yeah, a lot. What do you want? Well,
Yeah, you got Slice of Life, Battle Royale, Princess Mononoke, Ghibli, and more Battle Royale. Take your
like,
pick.
Soccer,
do you want-
football, ping
do
pong.
you want something that's funny? Do you want something psychological?
Nowadays,
do you
yeah.
want a horror? Do you want fan service? What are you looking
Yeah,
at?
and with
they're-
fans, how degenerate do you want to get? I got a
Oh.
list.
Oh no, one of my friends, he went straight degenerate. Like I'm talking capitalized D-gen and then urit. He was just like, I do like anime titties. Those are actually kind of cool. I'm like, okay, then
Well,
watch.
you better have
watch.
recommended him High School DxD because that's one nit
Those
flip
are
away from being
No,
hentai.
No, I went with Girls Bravo, and he said, "What's the story like?" I'm like, "You want boobs?
Oh,
The
also a good
storyline
choice.
doesn't fucking matter. The storyline doesn't matter. We know where you're gonna be looking at." Oh well, what's the basic premise? Guy is allergic to women's touch, and he falls into his hot tub. I'm sorry, his bathtub, and he ends up in a land of nothing but women. That's it. Do they get naked?
That's
Yes.
the show.
So, have fun with that. He watches it and he goes, "I enjoyed that. Am I a weeb now?" No.
Nope.
No.
You're just a
Yeah.
You're
teenager.
just,
You're-
you're just a
you're
horny
sick.
degenerate.
You're
sick
just
in the
horny
head.
on
That's it.
main.
Like that's it. You and again, I'm happy. Like if this is how you start watching anime, because I know that's how a lot of people want to start. Is like, give me something fan service just to ease me into it. Yeah, sure, I could go watch Girls Bravo, go watch High School DxD, even parts of Dragon Ball where it's funny and Bulma like shows her fucking snatch, kinda.
Mm,
So go ahead,
mm.
go nuts.
Thank you,
But-
DJ. Very
Very cultured.
But that's what they all want to go with. Is like I just want to watch an anime, dude. I need to know what you're into so I can
Yeah,
give
I
you
can
an
give you
accurate.
recommendations, but I need to make sure you're going to enjoy it.
Do you want titties or Tokyo Ghoul? Trust me, it's anime. They're vastly different. Which one you
To
want?
be fair, I
One's
just wouldn't
good.
recommend Tokyo Ghoul. But that's my opinion. I've been told I'm wrong.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul.
It's
Well,
not bad,
Uh,
but it's definitely not good either, in my opinion. It's
Definitely not good.
yeah, it's definitely not
6
good.
out of 10 ever.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's the best 6 out of 10. It's a tolerable 6 out of 10.
it's a low 6 out of 10.
It's a good 6 out of 10.
it
think the last
definitely
one-
fits a niche.
Like the last one I
Yeah.
recommended to somebody, they were like, "I want a story-driven fantasy," and I'm like, "Sword Art Online." There, watch it. What's it about? Just fucking watch and wait for the twist.
I have
Would you
so
really
many
call that a
mixed emotions
story-driven?
about Sword Art.
I mean, trapped in a video game, and if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, it's called
Does
Dot
nobody
Hack.
see scanners?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
Dot-
good
well,
one right
that's-
there.
Yeah,
There's a
Dot
difference.
Hack's way better.
The difference.
I
He
haven't-
died at the beginning
I
and was
have
trapped
not
in the
heard-
game.
And that's the twist, Mikey.
I have
Here's
not
the
heard of
twist.
Dot
They
Hack.
show a corpse in episode
You have,
1.
hold
It's
on,
like a-
hold on, hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
DJ
You
hasn't
have
heard
not
of it.
heard of Dot Hack?
They
Yeah.
made games about this.
They
Dude.
made a lot of them.
Alright,
Some of them
Yeah,
weren't.
a lot.
Let me write this down in my memorandum. Is it actual DOT hack or is it like
No,
a
it's
Oh,
like,
like
it's like an actual period
actual
hack. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, actually, I think it
careful, Rex.
depends on the season.
Comes before it, Hack Sigma, and then I don't know what the other ones are called.
Dude, the others are.
Yeah.
Dude, I got lost after Hack Sigma. That was
I'll
the fate
definitely-
of our generation.
I'll definitely have to give that a look. But fellas, I think it is time that we wrap it up here. We've been going for a little while. Any closing notes, Mikey?
Yeah, I gotta say, entertainment's been so different and varied over the years. I'm very happy with the state of a lot of the gaming animation that's out right now. But man, that the nostalgia hits different some days. It really does.
It does.
From when you wake up in the morning freaking out, wondering what year it is, to where you see something and you just get hit right in the chest. You're like, I remember. I was
Mhm.
there.
If
I
remember
was there
those
when it
days.
was written.
I remember the old ways.
As it was
Alright.
in prophecy.
Alright, I'm done.
Fraser, any closing statements?
If we're gonna go on on the note of the anime, yeah, there are very much different genres of anime. So if you watch one thing, don't assume that all of them are gonna be the exact same.
Exactly.
Like you just
Adrian?
look up some of the ones we were. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Some of the ones I was talking about. We were just talking about. Those are all very much different genres. The easiest one to start off with, I would usually recommend, is Naruto.
Alrighty. Adrian?
I'll be honest. I don't know what happened to anime in the past decade, but I'm so happy about some things, and boy, am I disappointed with others.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember
Fair
when
enough.
DoRaRa was like the weirdest shit ever, and now it's just like, oh, it's fucking dirt, isn't it?
That's a
It's a
classic
great
now.
show.
Yeah, like, that's a when people say that shit's a classic, I almost get nauseous. I'm like, what happened? God, I love this scene. It is terrible. I love it.
And Brandon?
I would just say that there's always something out there, whether it be just a cheesy horror anime or just you want to go for that really dry storytelling that you just could probably fall asleep listening to. There's just something always out there.
Then for me, I would say I'm just happy anime and has come a long way, and I'm happy it's become a lot more accepted than what it used to be years ago, where you were a weirdo for watching it. Whether you want to watch a titty anime like High School DxD, Dragon Ball Z, fucking Tokyo Ghoul, whatever have you, or Food Wars. Food Wars is always a good go-to.
Hey.
There's always something out there for somebody, no matter what it is. Just keep an open mind and embrace it. And if that's everything, Mikey, since you started it, send us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Esteemed co-host, it has been a minor aneurysm, but a good one at that. Until next time, folks, have a good
Hey, anyone
night.
smell toast?
Bye, y'all.
See
Later.
you later.
Bye bye.